today's video we're looking at the ECPE exam and we're back with another vocabulary booster. So let's get down to business. The first word we have today is to shatter. Alright, so if something is shattered, it usually means, like you can see in the picture, that it is broken into lots of tiny little pieces. So for example, if you're holding a cup or a glass and you drop it, it shatters all over the floor. Another thing you'll see is the glass in a car. They have special glass so that it shatters into kind of larger pieces rather than little shards, which are the small thin ones. So to shatter means to break into very small pieces. So when I dropped the glass, it shattered all over the floor. And you can also use this kind of metaphorically for being very tired as well. So if you say to someone, I'm shattered after studying all night, it means you are exhausted pretty much. A heap of clothes. So a heap of something just means like a pile. It could be a heap of clothes, a heap of leaves in your garden, and also we have an expression we can say, oh, it's a heap of rubbish, like a load of rubbish, meaning it's no good. This is your bedroom. Wow, I kind of think you've got a problem because you're obsessed with, it looks like handbags. That is just like crazy. Anyway, that's a pile of bags right there. So you need to tidy your bedroom. There is a huge pile of clothes you need to put away, like a mountain. To obstruct. Now for any people who like watching all these American police or crime series, you'll definitely have heard this word before. So as you can see, we've got a lovely picture of a couch potato here lying there with his feet up, and his feet are obstructing his view. Yeah, so it's kind of like blocking, they're in the way, and that's what to obstruct means, to block, or an obstruction is something that is blocking your way. So there is something obstructing the flow of traffic up ahead. It could be a crazy old lady, a dog, maybe a car accident, something like this. Can you remove your hat? You are obstructing my view. And we all know the dreaded scenario. You go to the cinema, you pick a really good seat, you're looking forward to the film, and then a giant sits in front of you and you're like, seriously? Are you for real right now? And then you have to kind of, you're doing this, okay, because they are obstructing your view. And for, as I mentioned earlier, lawyers and things will use this. An obstruction of justice means that you are basically blocking justice. So you're stopping justice from happening. If, for example, you know who committed a murder and you don't tell the police, they can arrest you for obstructing justice because you know who committed the murder. Maybe you're protecting them, but you're still obstructing justice, blocking it. A supplement. So you might hear this from your doctor, I suppose. So a supplement also is on Sundays, especially the newspapers give away supplements, CDs, books, cooking magazines, all the extra things you get. And this is a supplement because supplement means extra. If you're going to supplement your income, maybe you're doing another job or something like this to get extra money. I love reading the supplement that comes with the Sunday paper. My doctor said I need to take a vitamin supplement. Yeah, in other words, extra vitamins. Maybe you don't have enough calcium, you don't have enough iron, something like this. To be assertive. This is all about how you speak. If you're assertive, you're saying, expressing yourself confidently, making people listen to you. Okay, this is taking it to extremes a little bit. You know, ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention, please? You will listen to me now. That is kind of being assertive. Most of us don't need a speaker microphone to do it, however. So to stand up for yourself will be firm, as I said. I think you need to be more assertive with your staff. Yeah? Show them who's boss. Assertiveness. To be scorched, this is a good word. Scorched means very, very dry or possibly burnt. Okay, so you can see in this photo, the landscape is very, very dry. So you could say it's been scorched by the sun. Burnt, and another word that you might see in the ECPE is parched. And actually, this means very dry. But we would use this in a different way. You would say, oh, I'm parched. In other words, I'm really thirsty. My throat is really dry. The desert is scorched by the hot sun, or the weather was scorching today. In other words, really, really hot. Maybe perhaps you're having a heat wave, for example. A barrage of. Now, I think this comes from a military perspective. A barrage is when they pretty much bomb the heck out of something with their cannons or their gunships. A barrage. And this follows in meaning. So you can see here in the picture there's a press conference. Whoever's speaking usually gets a barrage of questions from the reporters. In other words, lots of them, almost like interrogated. So lots of, or to bombard with. They also like this word in ECPE and Proficiency. The reporters asked a barrage of questions, and the artillery barrage lasted 4 days. In other words, they were dropping bombs for like 4 days. So they are obliterating, completely destroying the enemy. Well, that's the idea anyway. A rumble of thunder. Now I love this. When there's a thunderstorm, you can hear the this is the rumble of thunder. Okay, so this is the sound that thunder makes. As you can see here, it's very cloudy and overcast, the sky is dark, and you would hear the rumble of thunder overhead. So the rumble of thunder is the sound that thunder makes. We would also use it if you're really hungry and you haven't eaten. You'll hear your stomach go. This is, oh, my stomach is rumbling as well. It's not as loud as thunder, hopefully, and if it is, you've got some serious issues. But I can hear the rumble of thunder in the distance. And with thunder, as we all know, usually, not always, but comes lightning. And we would have a crack of lightning or a flash. So thunder is the noise, lightning is the light. Priority. Now, you might have seen this before. If something is a priority, you're basically emphasizing that it is very important and it should be done first. So a good example of this would be an email. Yeah, your manager might come to you and say, I want this done first, it's a priority. Or they'll tell you, please prioritize me, or prioritize this, or prioritize this customer. Deal with them first. So important that something should be done first. Sending an email to the client is the main priority. To set a precedent. Now, they love this one in ECPE. To set a precedent is like an example that everything else will follow or perhaps use. So they will use this, for example, in court, or lawyers will use it because maybe a lot of their cases have happened before. And what they'll do is they'll look at the old court case and see who won, and then they'll go use it for their case and say, well, Jones versus Deny in 2002 ruled that Jones was correct, and the same thing is happening now. So that case sets a precedent. It follows on. So sets an example or a pattern which should be followed. This court case will set a precedent for others in the future. So a tricky word that, but very, very useful. Alright guys, so that's it for this booster. I hope you enjoyed it and it's been useful. Remember, if you can think of any other uses for these words, please post a comment, because I'm sure there will be other uses. Remember, at this level, some words have 2 to 3 different meanings. Anyway, happy studying. Bye for now.